Most of the cultures and countries today on the planet are producing more CO2 per capita by a considerable margin than they are capturing. At the same time that they are cutting down trees for the production of housing and various things, or even the building of roads or new airports, the generation of high volumes of CO2 at the same time that we as a species reduce the lungs of the planet is a double whammy on the symmetry, the balance of carbon capture that's an important part of our ecology. Bhutan, a country, has committed to being carbon neutral or carbon negative, but it is, to my knowledge, the only country in the world to do so. This does not stop us from being carbon neutral as individuals. By my estimation, each individual needs to plant 1,000 trees. It's important to note that at least a third of these that are planted for $1 a piece as small seedlings are going to die. Some of them may be eaten by animals, etc., etc. Others of them may not reach full maturity for other reasons. They may be cut down at some point. And so the planting of 1,000 trees is enough, allowing for all of these various inefficiencies and die-offs that can occur, for an individual living a typical life to be carbon neutral. Now, one of the reasons that I'm passionate about this is the release of guilt and shame around enjoying life. Because a lot of the focus in environmental groups is to cut back. Go back to that room and turn off the light switch. Don't enjoy your jacuzzi. Don't drive. In other words, to make your life smaller. In a 10X community, the goal is to make our life richer. And certainly, the cutting down of 70% of individual home space sizes and costs does a tremendous amount for the environment. Sharing things like common tools, again, does a tremendous amount for the environment and cuts cost. But rather than feel guilt and shame, or blame and complain, often to other people and governments and corporations, I think it's important to own our capacity as individuals to either physically plant 1,000 trees or to donate $1,000 to one of the many nonprofits that will plant one tree for every dollar donated. For a roughly 70 to 100 person community, that's 70 to 100,000 trees planted. There are plenty of deserts that need windbreaks and or reforestation. There are areas that need shade. The planet can use CO2 sequestering organisms, otherwise known as trees. And so the commitment, which I have already begun by planting 1,000 trees for myself, and which my wife has begun doing as her own plan, building up to 1,000 trees, is, I think, a prerequisite to both an empathic and intelligent, but also a rich life.